If you're someone who struggles with visual snow syndrome, I just want to bring your attention to a behaviour that you're probably doing without even realising. Most people that I speak to, and something that I did myself, do it, and it has a much bigger impact on how we experience our symptoms than we might actually think. And it's this little automatic scan that our attention does before we've even properly looked at whatever it is that we're trying to look at. You might pick up your phone, you might look at reading a sign, watch television, or look across the room at someone else, and instead of simply looking at that thing, your mind jumps straight into, can I see the static? Is there a floater there? Is it blurry? Is it as bad as it was last week? And it happens really quickly, and when it kicks in, your attention essentially becomes split and does two jobs at once. You're half looking at the thing that you want to look at, but then you're also half checking on the visual disturbances. And so you're not actually looking at the thing, you're looking at the disturbances whilst looking at the thing. This is how the symptoms just end up dominating our attention and our awareness. This is something that I struggled with myself when I was going through it. Once I finally caught this habit in the moment, I realised that I was doing it constantly. Whenever I looked at anything, it wasn't that I was looking at the thing, I was looking at the disturbances whilst looking at the thing. And it didn't feel like a deliberate choice that I was making, it felt like an automatic habit that just happened. And it's really fast and sneaky, and once I recognised it, I could see how often I was doing it. And it made complete sense why my brain thought that these disturbances were the main thing I should be paying attention to, because they're uncomfortable and they're annoying and they're distracting. Now, if this sounds like you, just know that it's not that you're doing anything wrong, there's nothing broken about you, and it's not this way forever. The more we do this scanning and checking, the more our brain interprets that these disturbances must be dangerous, which makes them feel even more intrusive and more dominating of our awareness. So what we need to try and do is just acknowledge when this first little scan has happened, catch ourselves doing it, being more aware of this behaviour. Remember, we need to be aware of it before we then start working on cutting it out, and then acknowledging, oh, there it is, again, I've done it. Now, can I catch my attention here and just try and just gently redirect it back onto the thing that it is that I'm trying to focus on? And can we try and do this without analysing the disturbances or checking on them or trying to figure them out? And this is difficult and it can be really frustrating, but the symptoms don't need to disappear for you to function. What matters is that you get most of your attention away from those and back onto the things that matter to you. Ask yourself, how well can I read, how well can I drive, cook, or send a work email with these visual disturbances in the background rather than at the forefront of my attention? Now, that is a really difficult skill to build, but you are capable of doing it. And the more you practice disengaging from it, the less tempting it becomes to check on them. Over time, the more we break this habit of constantly checking and monitoring and evaluating our symptoms, this is what ends up teaching our brain that, hey, actually, maybe these aren't dangerous, and that is how we begin to leave them alone.